Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day, new reading. And let's just get into it. Let's see what's around this beautiful collective. Let's see what's around this beautiful collective. First card, love spell. You've been bewitched. I cannot say it. You've been bewitched. Right? You could feel like that, or you could have done that when it comes to a person. I know there is people view things differently, right? For me personally, I don't play with that. I don't do magic. For me, that's overstepping boundaries, again, for me. So if you do that and you feel like you got it all taken care of, you do you, honey. You do you. Me personally, I do not like that. I think that there's a reason for everything. Everything comes in as it's meant to. I think that we get hurt by people because there are lessons there to learn. It's to help us grow. It's to help us reflect upon ourselves, how we need to move throughout life. I feel like if I did that, right? If I did magic on someone, I would interfere with plans from the divine that is not mine to be the king of that castle, so to speak. I was not put here on this planet in this lifetime to be doing that. However, if you are, what I'm going to say about is be careful. That's like my outlook on it. If you do it, just be careful. There's a reason for everything, right? Either you believe that or you don't, I guess. Give it time. And I just want to brush upon it because there's a reason why I say everything. Maybe this collective, you feel the same. Like that's your outlook as well. Magic isn't for you. It's funny, again, now I'm going to deviate a bit more about it. I actually have been thinking maybe in the past, in another lifetime, maybe I did do this. And maybe that's why I sit here today in this lifetime having this inner feeling within me. It's like a gut feeling. Do not mess with that. Do not interfere with any energy. Maybe I was burned on a on a bonfire or on a fire back in the days for being someone that read cards or help people, whatever. It has been a process of thought in my mind, and maybe you have thought that as well, or you have dreamt about it, or you know for a fact that you maybe have experienced something like that in a previous life. That would be interesting. But something here, you definitely feel like someone has bewitched you, right? You could be thinking that someone in the background is doing some kind of a magic. Again, maybe it's just me, but I find it not a lot of male energy or divine masculine energy, wounded, whatever. What I have come across do this. It seems like it's a very female kind of field. However, if you are a male vessel and you do that, again, you do you. I do not judge anyone. I just want you guys to be careful. That's all I'm saying. But definitely giving it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. So you could be trying to surrender to that. Even though you feel that very much within your core, you are surrendering to the fact, well, when everything is meant to be, it will align. And you could be saying to you right now, in this moment of time, that you and your person do not align. And whenever that timing comes in, or if that ever comes in, you could very much like be in the state of release when it comes to this. Every expectation, every thought that was once connected to a certain outcome for when this would have to come in, you could be in that process, which is, in my opinion, beautiful. Yeah, something to do definitely with a person here. You could have been divorced, right? Like gone through a marriage and then getting through a divorce as well. It could also indicate, like the card says, experiencing a breakup. And maybe it felt like a divorce. Maybe you and this person were very intertwined. Maybe you lived together, or you had bought a house together. You had pets together. You could have had kids together. Like in this day and age, we do not need to be married to have kids, right? So you could have had all of that within this dynamic and then gone through a breakup, right? But let's just get a bit more when it comes to this. You could be focusing on health, or you have had different kind of health issues come up either in the past or recently. It could be, no, I feel like it would be you, like you could be, and maybe I'm just getting very drawn by the heart. Normally I'm not about the pictures on these cards. I'm not usually like very drawn to them, but the card like stands out. You see how there is like, it's not how a heartbeat looks on one of those radars, but whatever. If you look at that, right? You could be feeling like excessive heart rates, and maybe you're a bit worried about yourself in this moment of time. Like, why do I feel like this? I'm just sitting here in my couch relaxing, and all of a sudden my heart is just through the roof. Am I okay? Right? And if you are thinking that, like, by any means, go to a professional, always get something checked out if it feels unusual for you, right? Just to ease your mind. If it gives you like mind dig over it, maybe sleepless nights that you think about your health, or are people around me safe as well a bit. If we go back to like the spell, if we just take it for a spell, not a love spell, but just spell in particularly, you could be feeling that someone is in the background stirring something up. Not that it's tied to your person, it could be completely other energy, but it's like a process of thought in your mind. But if we look a bit more into the overall energy of this collective, giving it time, cycles. So again, don't make this fit. You have had cycles with this person throughout your breakup, right? So you had an initial breakup, and then you had cycles along the way, right? It could have been around 3 years. I'm just again noticing how there's like 3 arrows on this inner circle. It could have been like the process over the last 3 years. You have been going through this, a lot of cycles, something to do here with fake karma, but it also talks about this ending and beginnings. And again, like we said, you could be very much surrendering to that state of mind, again, which is beautifully. If you find yourself like reflecting upon all of the cycles that you had throughout this breakup, and then saying to yourself, well, like again, the energy we put into it, just wanting to release it, maybe be a bit tired of it in a way. Like, when will this end? It's like a constant battle. And you could, again, like with the health card, be reflecting upon, well, how much it takes up of your energy, like your process of thought, the space it has within your mind, and just being like, I need to release this. I may be feeling this, but cycles need to end, and I need to let this go, right? What about the divorce here, Spirit? What about that? Communication. So you could have either you have communication coming in around this person that you are in some kind of dynamic with, where you went through divorce, breakup again. But you could be having communication, or there's something here about working it out. And I guess you could be reflecting upon that you really want that. But then again, they're giving it time to release, surrendering to the flow. You're focusing on that, right? So this could be like in the back of your mind, but then again, in the right time, things will come in. But we will look into it if there's some kind of communication coming from this person. What about health? Health. Oh. So it could be either you or your person, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be tied to this. It could also be the person directly that has a health issue, if it's not you or your person going through it. But again, everything I say in a reading is for a reason. So if what I have deviated about doesn't resonate with you, it's not your reading. Simply as that, right? But then we have confession as well. Again, we will confirm it if there's communication on the way. You could also be thinking something here, again, like with these health issues, that it's you, like we talked about, is like consumed about the thought, or have been. And again, you're trying to release that when it comes to confession, communication for your person. Communication and confession are very different. Like, if you have something to confess, right, you have done something that is not right towards another person. You have something here that has not been talked about. You have something here you could have been hiding. You have something here that you need to clear out. And that could tie in to the cycles with karma, right? Communication is, like the card says, like if we take it for as simply as that, it's to have a conversation, right? It's to have an open dialogue. It's to be open and honest and relay what may to that person. It's also more of the spirit of like wanting to work things out, where confession could be more tied to like someone thinking, well, I need to come clean. Not necessarily to ease your mind, but to ease their own mind. So this could be a bit more like egotistic. But when it comes to like communicate, it's more about, well, wanting to gain common, wanting to gain this sense of understanding with it one another, right? You want to solve it. You want to move on. You want to be able to have an open and honest conversation about something. Love spell. Oh, okay. You have all 3 communication cards. I keep pushing it back because I don't want I don't even know. Maybe that's you, collective. You do not even want to like hear it like they be back. Yeah, they will. Getting that because I keep like pinpointing it to something else, but you have that. They'll be back. But I'm just gonna say it again. It could be the process of thought that you again feel bewitched, and you in the back of your mind are thinking they'll be back, but then again you go into trying to release it, right? Again, we will confirm it. That's a bit funny, right? You have all 3 communication cards. If this yes lockets on your side comes out, it's like clear communication is here. Oh, water sign. No, it's not the right time. So don't make it fit. It's you, collective. In the back of your mind, you have that, right? You have that. You really want something here to like close, that's the reason why I say everything. Close out when it comes to definitely communication with this person. You could have in the past gone through a lot of communication issues. Like you would butt heads with one another, right? But again, water sign could be significant. There's not like a lot of signs out in this reading. So earth and water, I feel like would be significant in this collective's birth chart or the person connected to you, or around the deviations I did for either health or like the love spell to tie you to this reading, right? So don't make things fit. If you have to force it, it's not your reading. So let's see. Again, just to have things here confirmed, right? So the overall for your energy in this moment of time, I feel like it's a lot to do with the mind and trying to release all of this. But let's just see. Mirror. So you think you are mirroring this, which makes sense. It makes sense. And again, maybe I am thinking you are releasing this more than what you actually are trying to do. But the Sword of Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. I have one more here, the golden mirror. One more, my angels. Love. Or could it be? I'm just finding myself looking at that again and thinking, I just said it like, it's like you don't want to hear it. Could this be you, collective, being like, because when we have the love call, but we have the chaser here at the bottom of the deck. Love call, talking, date, a dragonfly. I kind of want to do now, because I really want the universe perspective on this. But we did say in the beginning, like what's around this collective. Yes, you had thoughts about this, but right here in this moment, I just feel like there is a lot regarding communication around. But then again, we have no, it's not the right time. And we did not have the lighting card come out, which is also like an indication of something is coming in, right? So this could be brewing under the surface for you. But if you are in that state, trying to release this, keep doing what you're doing. Clearly, it has some kind of an effect, right? Don't be thinking, in my opinion, be thinking and get consumed about whether or not you guys are mirroring in this moment of time. It doesn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter. If you are in the mind frame of trying to let this go, trying to surrender to when it is time, it will come. Everything in divine timing. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to keep up my good habits. I'm going to look upon myself each and every day and say, how can I go out into the world being a better me than I was yesterday, right? Stay in that. Stay in that. Focus on you. Put that focus on you. And if you feel like this triggers too much within you to keep listening to this reading, tap out of it. I'm just going to say it, tap out of it. If you feel like it's stirring up too much in you, don't watch it. Simply as that, don't watch it. Oh, can I have one more for date? Love. Heart with the key. So I feel like, again, you're coming into a release of it, like you want to release this, but in the back of your mind, there's still something here to do very much about this person coming in some way, shape, or form to communicate. You could have been feeling that throughout this breakup, separation, this person has been very self-absorbed. I'm just going to say it. If you think, and there's not anything on the spread, but it says here on the card, it says narcissist. If you think you are connected to someone who is a narcissist, what are you doing? Why would you ever bother about watching a reading if that's your true belief system, right? That does not make sense. This relationship throughout this separation, throughout this breakup could have felt very one-sided according to you, collective, right? I'm not saying either right or wrong here. I'm just saying what the cards are coming out with, right? It could have felt very love bombing. Or you're kind of thinking maybe this person will come in a way very love bombing, and that will maybe make up for all of the time that has been relayed. Right? But definitely you think you have something coming. So before we get any further into it, I would like to see what the universe says about this, because there is a lot about communication here. So just to make it totally clear, so universe, is there communication coming? And again, we're just going to allocate signs. If there is in fact communication coming for this collective, we will have they be back, we will have confession, communication, and the yes card. So they'll be back, confession, communication, and the yes card, and date night. Maybe commitment, but that seems like quite a lot. So the 5, right? These 5, I keep splitting into some of them. I have to be honest, I am. Where I'm like, But now we have allocated them, and if they do not come out, there isn't. So let's just see. Is there something to do with communication when it comes to this collective? No, there isn't. Okay, we have liar. We have spy. We have give it time, sexuality, and commitment. So there's a reason why I said, no, not that one. There's a reason for everything in a reading, right? So again, don't make this fit. You as a collective, you have that very much in your mind that there are communication coming, but you're trying to, in some way, shape, or form, give it time. Just by seeing then your cards and have it confirmed by the universe that that is not the case, I think you're more consumed with the thought of having communication than you yourself think. I'm just gonna say it. The universe says, be careful. Someone sneaky around you. And it also says spy. These two together, they are not nice cards. They are not nice, and you would be able to feel that maybe that's why you did or have that healthcare card or the health card. Not about healthcare. Maybe it's tied to healthcare. Again, a reason why we say everything. But if you have that around you and you have some kind of indication of that person being sneaky in the background, spying, whatever, like you would be able to feel that, right? You will feel that within your energy. You need to ask yourself, why in the world do I find this attractive? What about that energy says, come here, I want that, right? Wouldn't you rather have someone being there open and honestly, not having that need to be sneaky, doing things in the background? Wouldn't it be so much nicer if that person actually came out of hiding and were open and honest with you, like the communication you are hoping, wishing, and praying for? something to ask yourself here. Give it time. The universe is confirming. You need to tap into this collective. You need to tap in to the idea of you and this person are not in alignment right now. And that is so much okay. Look at the energy that's around this right here, right now. That's not nice. That's not good energy. That's not an energy you want around you, right? And if it is, then again, ask yourself why. Why is this attractive to you? What about this is saying, I want that? And I'm kind of giving, like, I keep picturing like, you know, like a book talk on TikTok. I feel like that's significant for this collective. Like that would be something you find very attractive. That someone is being sneaky, playing a little games, lurking in the background, catching you by surprise kind of vibes, right? But it's like, isn't there a very defined line? Isn't that what you say? Between the reality of that and playing the game of it. If you're murking things together, just think about it. Living in that all day, every day, having that. If that's your person right now, do you think they would be able to lead? Do you think they will be able to give you what you are in need of? Do you think they will be able to make you into a better person than you are when you're by yourself? Do you think that this person is capable of all of the things you wish, desire, and hope for within this moment of time? For what the cards are showing me is not. They're still trying to figure themselves out. They ain't even clear about what in the world they want. And this is confirming it is the person. Maybe you have been married, or maybe you had that, like when you were together, it was almost like a marriage. Maybe you didn't put a ring on it, but you could have been living together. You could have been having pets together. You could have been very much tied together in a lot of ways, but never tied the knot, right? Okay. Now that we have that confirmed, can you say more about the liar and the spy here, Spirit? Oh, yeah, love, spell, and caution. And you had that. So don't make this fit. It is tied to that. You feel them, collective. You feel them oh so very much. And in your mind, that means that things are on their way. That person is coming forward and you're going to live like happy ever after. So this is definitely to give you collective clarity. And I may be a bit like very straightforward with my words. I am a Gemini, so I guess that's a lot of the times how we move. But I really want to let you know that this energy you do not wish to have around. Nothing about this is nice. Nothing about this will reflect your worth. Nothing about this will be what you in this moment of time are sitting, praying, and wishing for. I'm just going to be honest. You need to go ask yourself, why is it that I crave that? Yeah. You have the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding things out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan and set a date, and then heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Collective. What about this liar? The spy? What about that? The runner, first card out. But they like you. I'm sorry to say, but it shouldn't be feeling like a compliment. Look at their energy. Is that how you treat someone that you like? Sitting there in the background, lurking, sending them the evil eye. They may not be aware about it, but doing all of that in the background, not being straight up with you about how they feel drawn to you or whatever, but just sitting there, being a sneaky little, and then I like you. And the sad thing is, if this person came out of a little bit of a hiding and just relayed you that message, I think this collective would be overfilled with joy. You will sit and be so happy about it. But like, what have you been shown? Is a message gonna clear up for all of the things you went through, each and every cycle you have gone through? And that person is still running. They aren't ready. They aren't ready for this. Ascending. I'm just gonna be honest. What I am feeling in this moment of time is that this message can help you to ascend. It can help you to get into the mind frame of I need to leave this for here and for now. I'm not saying that you need to think anything badly when it comes to your person. But you need to understand that in this moment of time, you do not align. You do not want the same things. You are not on the same page. The things you wish and crave for your person in this moment of time cannot give to you. So why sit there and focus your precious energy on that? Put all of that energy into you and see what happens. Right? You need to heal throughout this. You do. Will this date come? Yes, it will. Do you need to get out there? No. Then you will just be putting a bandage over something that you clearly have not healed. Clearly. Like, look at it. Heartbroken. Is there more here, Spirit, that we need to mask? They could be seductive. They could be dealing with third party. They could be temptations here, like, as well. But girl talk, happily single, like, you could totally be doing that, collective. Like, if that's you, you're wearing a mask. You could be, like, again, with the flirting, wanting to date, thinking about that, just getting out there, just being with someone else, and then, like, having time with friends. Camera. And if that's your person, again, like I said, the energy they have, it is not nice. If they are here, again, with a mask, out here, wanting to do this, or are doing this, whatever way, shape, or form, having the time of their life, but still being like this in the background, looking at photos, missing you, having nostalgia about what you guys were, let them deal with that. You do not need to chase that. You do not need to sit there and crave for that. Find that center in yourself of your self-worth. What is it? What is it that you want, truly want, really want? And find a way to give that to yourself. Don't put it on another person. Don't just be going out and about to ease your wounds. That's not fair to that person. There is a deep need here for healing, for coming into an understanding of what is my worth, and to really center and focus all of that energy to yourself. To yourself. Let's just see. Is there something here, my angels, that we need to hear, this collective needs to hear? Oh, no. They're falling all over. That could be you. Clouded judgment, illusions, unbalanced, disordered, withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary, loyalty, trusting, relatable, believing, sorrow, loss, grief, depression. And then these two cards fell. Hoping and hopeless. Oh, collective. Oh, you need to get out of this. You do have a clouded judgment when it comes to this. This situation in this moment of time, you do not see clearly. You don't. You do not see it clearly. The thing I said in the beginning about the cycles, from the cards we have been shown up until now, I would be surprised if it has been 3 years of that. I would be highly surprised, but then again, I do not judge anybody. That would just surprise me. Because being in this energy for 3 years, again, I can only talk for me personally, but I would be miserable. So that leaves me to thinking, you have not been in this for 3 years. Again, that would highly surprise me. But please let me know if you feel like it in the comments. And right here, right now, you are staying loyal to someone that has not shown you that your loyalty is worthy when it comes to them. You are staying so faithful and so loyal. And again, I'm not saying go out and do this, that, and the other, but focus on you. Why stay faithful to a person that is not even there? Stay faithful to yourself. You are there. You are there every day. Getting yourself up, getting yourself out of bed, dragging yourself to work, going home again, cleaning your home, cooking, whatever it may be within your life. Who shows up for you? You do. Each and every day, give that person that respect. Not a person that is not even there, that does not see you, that acts like they do not care. Out there having the time of their life. Let them go through that. Let them figure it out. Let them feel like they lost you, or yet again even come into the realization within yourself that this person has lost you. When you get into that self of worth within yourself and truly believe it, truly, you would not put up with shit like this. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to say shit on this app, but I don't care. I don't care. Abandoned. They abandoned you, left out, walked away cold. And you sit there and you crave this within the back of your mind. I know you're trying to, but this do not indicate that very much. You're very much in hope and you feel hopeless. You feel lost and you feel grief. You could be on the verge of depression. Like if you have been in this dynamic like this for years, no wonder if you feel depressed. And again, I know I'm a bit hard in this reading, but I feel like this collective needs it. You need it up your ass. Go love yourself. Sorry, I come up way too. Oh, it's all just a fantasy. And we talked about this with the book talk. I think you like that. Like in your mind, you may be watching those videos and you crave that with your person. You want that. Like want them to, I don't know. But it's all just imagination. None of it has been confirmed. You have not shown that that person will ever act like that towards you. All you have seen is this. Them running from dear life. So let them. Let them run. Let them lose out. Let them lose you. You are worthy of so much more than shit like this. Why crave a person that makes you feel like this at the end of the day? Do you get what I'm saying? Coming into self-love is such a big release within you. And there's a reason why we keep saying that in this reading. When you look yourself in the mirror, right? What do you say about yourself? What are the things that come into your mind? I don't think that the things you say to yourself are the nicest. I'm gonna be honest. And that mirror work, there's a reason why I say it so often in my readings. It is so powerful. Like seriously, put on some smacking music that really gives you that energy. Go listen to, I don't know, gangster rap or girls calling people out for doing this, that, and the other, whatever could like infuse you with that energy. It's now you need to strip in and be like, you need to transmute this energy within yourself, not for someone else, but within yourself. You need to transmute this. You need to turn that pain into your strength. One day, you will be able to look back on this chapter and all you will see from it is how much power it infused you with. Because look at the energy you're sitting in. Coming out of that on top, having learned this lesson within you, you would be feeling strong, collective. You would. Think about that. Have that in the forefront of your mind. You can rise from that if you choose to. It is all your decision. At the end of the day, there is no one that is coming to save you. Not your person, not me, not your neighbor, not your best friend. No one. You have the ability to shift your perspective, to fill up your own cup time and time and again. So find out within yourself, how can I do this? How can I shift this within my frame of mind? How can I infuse that energy within me? If you like to exercise, or then maybe you need to. There's so many things you can do to release anger, to release frustration, resentment, whatever you are feeling within here. Getting into that and releasing it, but without having the negative frame of mind towards your person. You cannot put this on them. And I'm saying this because at the end of the day, I want you to be able to succeed. I want you to come into the understanding if this is meant for you, this will find a way back to you, but it is in divine timing. It is not in your timing, your ego's timing, when you crave it, when you want it. It is so important that you do not get caught up from this into hate and resentment towards that person. This person has showed you upfront who they are. You choose not to believe them, and you choose yourself to sit there in this pain, in this agony, in this longing, in this sorrow, to feel loyal to someone that has not shown you that they are worthy of that, right? Your decision. You also have the capability within you to make the decision to not do that anymore. But don't make it easy on yourself by then going and relay that to the other person, pointing the finger and saying that was them. They had nothing to do with it. This is you. This is your mind. This is your thoughts. You are doing this to you. And I know I'm being hard. But sometimes messages are not like love and light. Spying. Social network information ways. And again, like I said, I think you kind of like this. I think you get signs that that person is doing it and you kind of like it. And you need to ask yourself why. What about this is nice? Like seriously, what about them being in the background, lurking, looking, stalking is nice? How is that someone you can ever build a foundation with that keeps doing that? But they do not have... Oh, I gotta be careful how I frame myself, how I say things. I get so worked up. Oh. But a person that does not show you that respect, to come in, be so upfront and real with you, relay how they're feeling, but they just sit there in this energy. How is that something to crave? Thinking, missing you, desire, ecstasy, chasing, thrill, excitement, good times, conflict, oh my goodness. Trapped. Stuck, tied down, captive. Well, a captive of your own imagination and thought. Confusion. Finally, farewell, leaving behind, closure. And you need to give that closure to yourself. Like, just play with the thought, okay? Play with that thought of that person never, ever, ever coming back. Not thinking about like if you're connected and if it meant to be me, you know what I'm saying. But just try for yourself to come into that release again without making any resentment towards them, without getting angry at them, but just come into the center of yourself to have that thought process, to have that conversation with you. If that person never ever comes back, you don't ever see them again, what could they say to you that would make you see that that is the truth? What kind of closure is it that you need within yourself? And then when you figure that out, go give that to yourself. Find that closure from within, because you are able to. You do not need another person to give you closure. The closure has been received. That person walked away, right? They left you feeling abandoned. They are doing this, that, and the other in the background. Isn't that proof enough? What more proof do you need that that person right here, right now is not what you pray and wish for? That is all up here. All up here. Give that love to yourself. Give that love to yourself, my angels. Where in the world do we go from here? Oh, collective, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Do we have like an angel? Oh, they're all the way back here. I'm just gonna see. Let's see if we can give you I'm gonna be so real with you. It's very hard to do a reading like this, like the energy and I'm not putting it on anyone. I'm choosing to do this, right? It's not like a victim thing. But it makes you sad as a reader to see people like this, being in that kind of energy, because we feel you. We feel your energy. And I guess that's why, again, I get so, like, kind of worked up. It saddens me, like, deeply to my core that you as a collective are sitting here in this moment of time thinking and feeling like this, when the reality is totally and completely different. And you gotta be so honest with yourself. Do you sit there and listen all day? Not all day, you would be doing otherwise, but do you sit there a lot listening to, like, love readings? A lot. Just sitting and scrolling, and one love reading after the other saying, I claim it, I claim it. I want that, I want that. Because you need to start being straight with yourself. How does that help? How does that help? All of that precious time, all of that energy you sent to that person. Again, like I said before, start putting that into yourself and see what happens. It would be a miracle. And I promise you, that person in that energy wouldn't even, like, be able to come near you. You will start to see yourself. You will start to understand what you are worthy of, truly. And that is powerful. That is powerful. Again, my advice, you can take it or leave it as you wish. But stop listening to love readings. Go offline for a period of time. Come into center and understanding with yourself. Find a hobby. Go exercise. Find a way within you where you can transmute this energy so you don't sit in it. Turn that pain into power. The ability is there. I promise you it is there. You, however, need to find it. And it's within you. I can give you a lot of advice. But my advice would only be resonating if you are open to them. And I feel like more this collective, you need to go sit with yourself and figure that out within you. Right? I hope it makes sense. And I truly hope the right collective sees this message and stays throughout this message. Sometimes the messages we do not want to hear are the ones we really need to hear. Okay? Attachment at the bottom of the deck. And we talked a bit about it. Like, you see how she's wearing a mask? Oh, that light. Nah. Oh, maybe there. You see her? Dark and gloomy. She looks like a corpse bride in a way. Ah, my angels. What kind of a message can we give to this collective? Oh, way too much, but he came out again. Archangel Raphael, number 38, could be very significant. Walk away on the bottom. Midshita, goddess of the moon. Let's just see what these cards says. Number 52 as well. 38 and 52. Oh, split it to that. No, I did not. I am confusing myself. So the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. This card upright indicates that you now have a great readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. And this is not from others, this is from yourself. If it's from someone else, it would be him. You can pray to him, you can call upon his strength. But do not think this is about someone else for 1 second. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous kindled heart is taking place, will definitely. The tender vibration of Raphael reminds you to encourage yourself with the compassionate self-talk. Like I said, it's throughout this reading, my angel. Please do that. Please. Take your desire to heart from others. Know that as you do, the light from your heart center will shine with an irreplaceable beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that causes your sense of love and support to grow and grow. Like I said, you watch what happens. When you start turning this pain into power and you start loving yourself unconditionally each and every day, you watch what happens. Oh my God. You're gonna be a different vessel of a woman. You're gonna feel so strong and so secure within yourself. Will gain so much understanding about who you are and what you deserve. Oh. What does this say? It can indicate like blocks in intuition, an inner disconnect, or a sense of living in the dark. You have a deep desire to know your purpose and truth, but they can feel very distant. This message of dissatisfaction where your inner life is concerned. It's possible that extreme worry and discontent are the obstacles to the inner peace and wisdom you seek. If so, you need to let go and renew your faith in yourself and your entire spirit. Get out of your own way and release the fear that blocks the truth of your blessings, internal nature. Your soul, your higher self knows you best, so allow stillness into your life. Listen to the steering of your own intuitive voice and trust what you receive. Oh, it's so correct, my angels. It's so right. I want to do one more, just one more for this victory. Do that, my angels, and victory will be yours, but like within yourself. And that strength you will stand in from coming out of this. It will be like nothing you have ever seen or felt within yourself. You will feel like a totally new woman within your vessel. The power you would feel. I hear a plane like take off. This we will end the reading here. Oh, my angels, whoever you are, collective, just know that every hard word I'm saying to you He said with a great big deal of love, of wanting the very best for you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you come into the best possible version of you. It hurts my entire being to see what kind of pain and agony you put yourself in. We need to get that released. So I truly hope this found who it was meant for, and that you stayed, that you listened, and you gained perspective over your situation. Answers was delivered here today for you. Whew. So thank you. Thank you for tapping in, for tuning in, for listening. And I will see you another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my angels. Much love and strength, collective. So much love, so much strength. Bye-bye. Bye.